Okay, here we are. Number 6. Track from scratch, number 6. Thanks for joining me again. As you know, with these kind of things, I've no idea what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make some music on the fly. I'm using Bitwig today. If you're in the chat, thanks for joining me, and you can get involved and you can give suggestions, tell me what to do, try things out. We've already got Broccoli, hey, Adam, hello, and Andrew, looking forward to this. Thanks for joining us as well. Yeah, I don't know where to start with this. As I say, I've got Bitwig open. Just before you guys arrived, I was playing around with FM4. I haven't really played around with this synth too much before, but it's built into Bitwig, and I thought, yeah, I'd play with that. See what some of these presets sound like. Hopefully you can hear me all right. By the way, I put a de-esser on my voice this time. Someone said it was a bit much last time, so I've put that on. What have we got going on? Dark lead. I want to start off with some sort of pad with. It's quite nice, isn't it? But I want something with a sharp attack. And I'm using push controller actually. I haven't had my Ableton push controller plugged in for a while. And I've got that working with Bitwig, and you just download a script and it gets it working with it. Sounds good. Thank you, Adam. So in the past streams, I was asking everyone about distortion plugins, and it's Black Friday coming up, and I went over to waves.com and decided to buy some plugins from there. And I got the Berserk distortion, so I'm going to play around with that. I got the C6 compressor. Yeah, I think it's a multi-band EQ compressor kind of jobby. The H delay, which I really like, and the H EQ and the H reverb. The L2, the L3, and the SSL channel as well. So got those. I'm going to be maybe playing around with them. So let's get the, actually, let's have a play around with the reverb. I've always been using the Valhalla reverb up until now. So let's whack that on. And I'm already thinking this is a nice reverb. But I'm thinking what it really needs is some distortion. So I'm going to whack on there this Berserk distortion. Let's see how that plays. It's breaking up a bit much. Might want to watch your speakers here a second. I haven't really played with this too much. What we got in terms of presets? It's quite full on, isn't it? It's a bit too much almost. What's it like without that reverb? It's that kind of distortion. Hey, Azio Head, Tendrils, so you're using Berserk. Let's put the reverb on after the distortion. And let's play around with some of the note repeats. One of the things I love about the push is the note repeat that you can use. It's a bit trancy, isn't it? It's a bit exciting for me. should have another camera on my hands and you can see what I'm doing. I haven't got that set up. I might just record this in. Quite vibey. Everyone can hear me all right? So those notes were just recorded in from the push, just using the repeat function. Let's duplicate that. So we've got the same thing going on. But let's double the distortion and reverb. You know I love my distortion and reverb. Deeper. Might play around with the octaves. It's quite interesting. Let me jam with that for a bit. In things like the note repeat, octaves. Look how interesting that MIDI pattern already is. I might keep it, I might not. Hey Paul, thanks for joining us live. And I might group these, so they're going to this group now. And I might just apply a filter, and one of the filters I haven't really played around with much. I got the Arturia filters, the 3 filters you'll always use. And let's have a play with this one. It just puts it into a place. It's almost like it's been played in a village hall. You know, you stood outside and you can hear something going on. Hey Inky, you was making music. Sorry to disturb you. What's cool about this filter, you can draw in envelope shapes. So, you know, as with all these things, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go along. is a starting point. I might even just get rid of this. Who knows? I don't know what key I'm in. I didn't even think of what BPM I'm in. I'm in 110. And every now and then I just want to open this up. And let that power and delivery come through of the distortion and the reverb. Usually I wait a long time before I start working on drums, but I can't wait to use this Berserk on a kick drum. I'm having a glass of wine, by the way. Laraday, hello from Brighton. I'm in Brighton too. Let's play with some drums. Now, in the past, I've used, let me just mute that. In the past, I've used drums that I make inside the grid. But I saw a YouTube video earlier and somebody was using battery. And I hadn't used that for a long time. So let's have a go with battery. Let's see. Let's have a gander. Okay, so let's just load up a drum kit here, not Lindrum. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's just solo this and mute that. Let's have a listen to what we've got. Ooh. Wow, that snare. Thwacky. I've got note repeat on still. I had note repeat on the drums. Hey, let's check that out. So without note repeat, with repeat on, it's just going to keep da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but I can change the repeat rate. But I won't. But useful. Don't like these ones. Let's try this one. Hello? What's that? That's pretty apparat kit. I wonder what that really deep kick drum's like if I put the Waves Berserk on. Oh yeah. It's a bit much, innit? I'm wondering if I should maybe put that on an aux. Let's try a different kick. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the distortion on an auxiliary, send the kick drum to the auxiliary. So I've got distortion here and I've got the clean here. I'm going to put it on pre-fader. And what I'm going to do is sidechain the distortion from the kick drum. So when the original kick drum hits, it's going to sidechain and duck the distortion. And then once the original kick drum's finished, it's going to allow the distortion to appear. So that's easy to do. After distortion, let's go to dynamics. Let's whack on just the Bitwig dynamics here. And I'm just going to put in just a normal fall to the floor here. So that's sending to there. What we're going to do then is sidechain from the kick drum. So now we've got the transient attack of the original kick drum with the distortion coming up after it. It's very, very quick, but it makes a lot of difference. Let's put that back in. Does anyone remember how we started this? Does anyone remember the original Tinky thing? Let's sidechain the synths to the kick drum. Kick drums almost sound like it's in the same room, but a little bit more emphasized. Let's put the distortion back in. Let's slow it down. What happens? Boring. So play with that kick drum a bit. Loads of stuff you can do in battery. Take the top end off. Make it a bit tighter. What you mean, Inky, but I think now I've taken the tail off a bit and made it tighter, it kind of works a bit. Bring the distortion back in. There we go. That's just a bit neater. I think, do we need a kind of like a bass line, something now, something? Distorted bass line, that's what we need. Right, what we're going to use for distorted bass line, everyone. What we're going to use for bass. Come on, give it to me. Any particular plugin, Native Instruments? I'm thinking about Monarch, jump into Monarch and using that. I want to use the Berserk on whatever we're going to go for. So come on. Give me your bass VST. I've got some crisps I really want to eat, but it's going to be really loud on the mic. It's going to be like... If you're not going to tell me, folks, I'm just going to choose myself. Didgeridoo, Asio head. That's what we need. Actually, a didgeridoo on this might be quite cool. I wonder if So I use Loop Cloud to find samples and things like that. Let's see if Loop Cloud's got a didgeridoo. Azio Head, you said it. That's what we're going to go for. Let's see if we've got a didgeridoo in there. I don't know how to spell it. Didgeridoo. I'm dyslexic, so let's have a look. No, it's not going to find that. That's not a didgeridoo. But that sounds cool. What's that? Let's take that. I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's just like a weird noise. Let's have it. Digital Wind, it's called. I don't know if you can hear that or not. There we go. So I'll put it in a sampler. Let's solo it. Is that in key? No. That's a terrible idea, Matt. What are you doing? I'm not going to do that. Let's put Loop Cloud in so you can hear it. Loop Cloud, there we are. Didgeridoo was a good idea. Yeah, didgeridoo. Didgeridoo. You're playing with my mind. Sample the crisps. Okay, what flavour? These are Corners. I'm not sponsored by them. And these are Pop Veggie Crisps. Sour cream and onion. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to Loop Cloud. There's no didgeridoo here, but sure there's something. Synth lines, digital lead piano. What key am I in? That'd be helpful, wouldn't it? So I played this in G and B. So ideally I need something that works in G and B. This is G. Oh, I hate it. I really hate that. But I'm going to take it as a challenge and see if I can do something with it. Oh God, it's so cheesy, man. It's really not, just doesn't work with me at all. Hello, have we got a crash? Something's not happy. There we go. Oh God. It works, but I hate it. See, you know, I write stuff for TV and adverts. This sort of thing they love, and I'd be all over it, and I'd be like, yeah, that works. That's all good. That's all good. But for my own stuff, I mean, this is just... Okay, Lara Day says reverse it. Let's reverse it. How do you reverse it in Bitwig? I've never reversed in Bitwig. Okay, let's have a look over here. We can pitch it, pan it, tempo, rate, grain size. Can we just right click here and go reverse? Is that a thing? Anyone in the chat room know how to reverse it? Command R, that doesn't do anything. We can stretch it. Can we reverse it? Surely we can reverse it. I mean, you just want to reverse it. I think reversing will sound cool. I agree. I just don't know how. Okay. Let's go over to here and I'm going to Google reverse in Bitwig. Sorry, folks. I don't know how to do reverse in Bitwig. Here we go. Right. So this is it. So I've got to go there. Oh. So apparently there. Clip. Reverse. There it is. Got it. Thank you, interweb. If in doubt, ask the interweb. All right. How's this sound? That's better. Laraday, 100 points. Thank you, Dave Potter. Got it, mate. But can I find a section in here? Like, what if I just loop that? It's quite interesting. Okay, let's get some hi-hats. Actually, maybe Loop Cloud's got something up its sleeve. Couldn't find any didgeridoo. I am gutted we didn't find any didgeridoo. Let's find some. Actually, I can just use. Just mute that a second and go back here, and we want some drum hi-hats. And we want not one shots, we would like some loops of hi-hats, interesting hoops. I want something with a, you see, listen to that on its own. I don't think it will work. But I'm going to try it. Let's lob it in, as we'd say in the north. Oh, it stretched it. Too obvious. I just can't do obvious. As soon as it becomes obvious, I'm out of here. It's not what I'm about in music. I'm about exploration. Okay, maybe. Let's try this. Maybe. I've been really picky tonight, and I think I'm allowed. Cool thing about Bitwig, if you've got a clip like this, you just get right click and you can scale it by half or make it faster, or twice as fast or half as slow. Okay, that is obvious, but it's these hi-hats, I think, pitch them down. that going. I need some bass in here, folks. So no didgeridoo. We can't have that. Let's have a look in the chat room. What we got going on? Any ideas for bass synth, folks? Anyone got one? Let's have a look. No. Radiohead, Spinning Plates. Tom sings the vocals. Oh yeah, on Spinning Plates, Radiohead. Yeah, he actually recorded the vocals, listened to them backwards, learnt them backwards, and sang them backwards, and then put them forward. It's a good vibe. I'm not doing any singing tonight because I'm a rubbish singer, basically. So just got a text from my mate Chris. So I'm not. I've had a couple of glasses of wine. So SH2, I don't have that. I think I've got the Roland SH1. Have I got it installed? I haven't got it installed. I have got the SH101 plugin by Roland, which is great, by the way. Double bass. I ain't got a double bass, I'm afraid, Inky. Bowed string bass. Paul, what would you use for that though, mate? Native Instruments, something? That would be cool. You know, I'm thinking like Mogwai, you know, with their sort of distorted bass guitars that they have, atmospheric, distorted reverb. That'd be really cool. I don't think I've got anything like that installed. I'd probably jump to Contact for something like that. Anything I've got installed in Contact, but I've got a feeling, mate, I've got the pianos installed. I like pianos. A drum kit, Damage, I can't remember what that does, and Exhale. So haven't got anything that does double bass, but that's a great idea. I don't think Loop Cloud's got anything either. Let's have a look. Double bass. Bang. Let's get rid of hi-hat, loops. Oh, it's got double bass. Let's have a look. Double bass. Paul wants double bass. You shall get double bass, mate. I like this. That's quite cool. This is the great thing about having you guys here in the live chat, because you can like direct me, tell me what to do. So if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I keep forgetting to say that, so please do, and like, subscribe, and share this. I'm on Instagram as well. It's all maths, 2 T's. I go under name Maths. My name is Matthew, hence the name Maths. And believe it or not, all music is made of maths. It's all mathematical. It's multiplications and divisions of frequencies, time. It's all maths. It all comes down to maths. We've got some double bass in now. How's it sound? Okay, kind of works. I didn't even see what key it's in. This is in A. I'm in G. Is A in G? Can anyone confirm that? I should put my social links underneath more. Yes. But everything, folks, is maths. You should see that on the screen now. With 2 T's. Don't take the fun out of it. I'm not. It's the truth, Inky. It's the truth. let's play around with this bass line. What if I just loop this bit? Because I like this. Ba-doo, ba-doo. Paul, you've taken us on a real sort of, I don't know, different journey with this now, with the double bass. It just brings in so many different connotations. I'm gonna have to try some sort of distortion on it or so. Of course I am. Let's have a go. I'm just keen to use this distortion plugin. I've just bought it. It's not. I'm gonna let double bass be. This is totally not me. I would not use the double bass. I wouldn't even use the piano. You guys are in charge tonight, obviously. Okay, where are we going next then? Come on, I'm surrendering to this. Sidechain this piano because it's taken up a lot of frequencies. It's very sort of resonant. So now just sidechain it from that kick drum. This is a weird track. This is weird, man. Getting out the big guns now. I'm going to go native instruments, and if you've got any other ideas, folks, keep them coming in the chat room, please. Otherwise, I'm just going to go for it. But I'm really keen for you. You guys have really taken over this track tonight, so I'm keen for you to keep doing it. In the meantime, I'm going to jump in. Got these weird sequences that I played with last time. I ain't played with it. Oh, I love this one. Does anyone remember when this one came out, like 1996 something? Just get all this cool, resonant, percussive. What's this sound like? It just works already. Love it. Wait a minute. Larrady, sax. I draw the line at sax. There is definitely not enough sax solos in contemporary music. I agree. I love a good sax solo, Careless Whisper and all that. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it tonight, mate. You're not having that one. I'm sorry. You've already had your piano. I like this already. So I'm going to bounce this down. And there is nothing wrong with calling up a preset and it working in track and just taking it. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So to bounce this down, I just take the input from Reactor into this channel, hit record, and we're away. Reactor that I have, and now I've I've just recorded that in his audio and we're all good. I'm going to sidechain it just to keep it under control. Stick the dynamics plugin on there. So I've got this hi-hat and this playing together. So because they're kind of doing the same kind of percussive element, I'm going to group them and squidge them together using the sausage fattener, because we all love the sausage fattener. Actually, I'm going to use one of my new plugins that I've just bought. I'm going to use the multi-maximizer. It's just going to squidge them together a bit. There we go. Okay, how long have I been on? 43 minutes. So where am I going to go from here next? Let's have a look. Muted trumpet, glockenspiel. Broccoli says glockenspiel. No muted trumpets. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Look, you guys are in charge tonight. So muted trumpet. Have we got any trumpets in the loop? Trumpet. We've got trumpets. Oh no. We've got trumpets. Oh my word. Who said trumpet? Azio head. Okay. Alright, dude. G. We need it in G. What other notes go with G? Help me out here. I'm not great with music theory. But come on. Okay. This is in G. Really? You want trumpet? Oh no. Oh. I don't know if I can. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in. But I'm going to put loads of reverb, distortion. No, I'm joking. No, I can't do this. I can't. It's against everything that I'm about. Let's pitch it down, see what it's like. It's one of those sounds in a track that people just put in because it fits musically, but it doesn't add anything. It's like if you was making a pancake and you've got your eggs and you've got your flour and you whisk it all together, and then I know, I've got some herbs, and you put some herbs in and they don't really do anything. I don't know what I'm saying now, but that's what that's like. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Glockenspiel. I think there's already a lot of high end already, so then they're going to get lost. So I'm going to say no to the Glock. Sax. We've got. I'm not going there. Let's have a look. Vibraphone. Inky vocals. You got some vocals? Send something over. Oh, you want some precious? Precious. The precious masters. You can have some of that if you want. Maybe I should record some pressures in. Paul is yelling because it's so good. Okay. More swing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's play around with the swing. Definitely. What else? Trumpet. I'm not. Forget trumpets, guys. I don't care who's in charge tonight. But I ain't doing no trumpet. Okay. I think I've done that. As your head. I'm only joking with you, dude. I'm only joking, man. Yeah, not happening for Paul with the trumpet. Right. In that case, you're all getting this. Native instruments. And reactor. My mate Chris, who's watching, has just said, "Get that trumpet out of there," with a swear word after, which I won't say because I'll get banned from YouTube. Hope you're well, Chris. Hope you're having a nice glass of wine too. Okay, I haven't played around with it's called Rounds. Have I got that here? Have I got it installed? Rounds might be quite interesting. You played with this much before, folks? You come up with some really interesting rhythms and things. I want a sequence. No. Oh, Groovebox. I haven't used this in years. This is just pure. Just does this all day long. News call. This is a weird sequencer. This is cool. Let's record this down. Adds a bit more percussion to it. And now Monarch. It's all about the Monarch. Let's get this. So Monarch is basically your Moog emulation. And in a second, what I'm going to do is do just a very quick arrangement with it and try and start and develop it. Rarix project. I think I've got that right. Tuned in just now. Sounds sweet. Do you go near your modular in this format? Actually, I don't, mate. And the reason being is that my modular is it's pre-patched, but I'm going to develop this series of track from scratch. What I'm going to do is very soon I'm going to turn my modular, which is a massive mess at the minute because I'm in experimental land, so I'm trying out lots of different things with it at the minute. But what I'm going to do is in a couple of weeks, I'm just waiting for a couple of modules to arrive. I'm going to repatch it all. I'm going to put all my nice new cables in, the tendrils, little right-angled ones. It's going to look very neat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing these track from scratches, but using Bitwig and Modular. And you're going to see me building up a track, and I'm going to have multiple cameras, decent lighting, and I'm going to go from there. So Stay tuned, folks. This is going to get busy, yo. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, Monarch, where are we? I'm in G. Just give me a big fat G. C, D, E, F, G. Here we are. Or G all day long. That's what we want. Anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight. And, I know we're having a bit of a laugh and stuff, but it's great you're here and for supporting me and putting up with me. Yeah. It's quite loud. Sorry. So just that nice sort of rumble. So what happens if we distort it? Yes. This is nice. This is a very good distortion plugin. Breaking up. That's just this nice sort of round subbiness. I love about these live streams, it's not doing the live streams, it's seeing you lot together chatting in the chat room, and it's these same faces and these same people, and it's really cool, and new people coming in getting involved with that. It's just so cool, it's like you're a little crew, and I love it. That's one of the really great thing about this. So every now and then what I'm going to do is make it jump up an octave or two. Take it out. You do need to sidechain it. And do you remember this? I started off with this. Seeing what the berserk was like on the master, but no, that berserk it really is actually quite raucous. Raucous, is that a word? Raucous? Okay, let's come up with some sort of arrangement. So I'm going to copy this down here. And I think we're going to start with, usually we would start with the main theme. start with that weird loop. I'm going to start with the kick as well. I've got reverb on that kick drum. Who puts reverb on a kick drum? The second kick drum can come in a bit. Start with this that I played, take it all down an octave, and I'm just going to loop maybe this bit. Just get the vibes flowing. Duplicate that. Bring in the other section. What next? Duplicate that, and then we bring in the piano. Not that. Too much too soon. Bass with piano. Yeah, bring it up. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we've got this. And then when we're ready, being a dickhead, you got to play the very far left. We can see each other's Inky, this is right. You can see each other's personalities over time, and you guys hanging out together. It's really cool. And I know you're on Gazzy's channel, Sonic State, Sonic Talk, and you're hanging out here. It's really cool of you. You know, it's a Friday night. It's 7:30. Has your head, Phil Collins. What are you on about? You want a zither? I'm not putting a zither in now. It's too late. I've been streaming for an hour now. The bass is nice. I modulate that. Modulate the drone, maybe. Yeah. I probably could actually. Something like that. I need to put a filter on after it to take off some of that very harsh top end, and I apologize if you're listening on headphones. Okay, so it'll do that for a bit. Drop it down. let's record that down so we can jump into this view now. Go back to the beginning, stop everything so nothing's playing, hit record, hit play, and record that magic in. And it's recording it in here. This is where I like to play it. That's a bit too much. Rubbish. Let's delete all of that. Delete, get rid, see ya, bang. Never be afraid to just start again. I was watching, you know, Bob Ross, the painter. If you haven't watched this series, he's great because he paints all these like trees and mountains and stuff, and he's always saying stuff like, you know, a tree can be your best friend. It's absolutely fine. And stuff like that. And I just want to use some of his words of wisdom. And one of the things about Bob Ross is like, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake when you're making art. It doesn't matter if you overdo something, underdo something. And he just uses his imagination. You know, he's not painting from anything other than his mind. And I love that. So if I want to be anything this year, I want to be a bit more Bob Ross. It's all good. Okay, let's record this again. Here we go. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? To start this off, I'm going to start with a filter on the main stereo bus. So I'm going to use this. Filter down, everything playing. Start opening it up. Job done. And I think you're right as your head. It was a trumpet. It was such a bad idea. It turned the track around. So there we go. I've got it all recorded down now. That everything that I just did there, all the aux sends, I was playing around with filtering. I was playing around with sending stuff to reverbs, opening and closing filters, turning up and down volumes. Just very simple things that there's not a lot going on in the track. It's very, very simple. But just that movement that you can create in volume, changes in tone, timbre, it can make all the difference. You know, it's a sort of track now, to be honest with you, that I would keep. and I would render it down as a stereo file, and now I would chuck it back in as audio, just one track of stereo audio, and I would manipulate it further and take it somewhere else completely. I don't know if you've ever done that. If you've got any tracks that's not finished on your hard drive, just bounce it down as stereo audio, chuck it into a new session, and start time stretching it, adding effects, pitching it up and down, just trying to find some weird little elements within it that you might like that just sets you off in a new direction. You know, if you're just stuck on a track, don't worry about it. It's just like an ingredient, a new ingredient that you can use to create a new recipe, a new song. I don't know what I'm saying now. I need to eat. It's nearly 8 o'clock and I'm really hungry and I've drank far too much wine. So, listen, thank you all so much for joining me again tonight. If you'll be really, really kind and like this, that'd be awesome. If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, again, if you can like it on there and just share it with your friends, stick it on Facebook, just say, check this out. That'd be awesome. Or if you're any groups that you're in on Facebook with Bitwig and electronic music, share it in there if you wouldn't mind. I don't mind. Be really cool. Trying to grow the channel and the community and stuff like that. So thank you everyone for being here tonight as well. Snurker, Broccoli, Aziohead, Inky, Adam. There's been about 25 to 30 of you watching tonight, which is pretty good for me. You know, I've got like 1,000 followers. I'm not a big YouTuber, but I could grow that, and I'm going to grow this. Like I say, I'm going to start doing stuff with the Modular and Bitwig and show you how I'm using my fixed live and studio modular rig with Bitwig, because they're a match made in heaven when you start using it with a grid. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to develop this track from scratch. Anything else in the chat room? Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Paul. Lara Day, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Nick, nice one, dude. Thanks for joining us, man. Inky, as always. Raricht, I hope I'm getting that right. I'm sorry, dude. Adam as well. Thanks, and thanks for just being a cool community. I mean, in this day and age, you know, we're all going through weird times. It's cool to hang out and do all this kind of stuff. And if any of you are doing any live streams, do let me know. I'll always jump in and watch you lot as well and get involved. Take care. Have a great weekend. Love you lots. And bye for now.